everyone, and welcome to Meet the Experts. I'm Dori Soukup, and this episode of Meet the Experts is sponsored by InSPAration Management and Synergy Med Sales. With me today is my special guest, Miss Melissa Alvarez. She is the COO of Empire Medical Training. And the reason I invited Melissa to come with us today on this great interview that we're going to have is to help you expand your menu of services. As you know, competition is extremely fierce, and there's always somebody popping up with a new medical spa or medical aesthetic clinic coming up everywhere. And the way that you can compete is to continue innovating and continue introducing new treatments and new menu items. Well, how do you do that? The best way to introduce new treatments to your consumers is to actually continue your learning, continue to learn clinical new advancement and innovative treatments that are happening, so you can keep your consumers engaged by this innovation and keep them coming back to you over and over. So I thought, who better to have as an expert than the person herself to share with us the latest and the best clinical training that's available for you today to actually expand your menus. I want to welcome everyone from all over the world joining us, and welcome, Melissa. It's so great to have you with us today.
Hi, Dori. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, my pleasure. And you look absolutely amazing today.
Thank you.
Let's start by telling people a little bit about yourself and then give them a little overview about Empire Medical Training.
Well, thank you. Well, yes, I am the Melissa Alvarez, CEO of Empire Medical Training. Been with the company for over 6 years. We've been, as you said, trying to always innovate and continue working on adding programs that can facilitate the expansion and the opportunities out there for physicians and nurses. I'm originally from Peru, and I've been in the medical field thanks to Empire, learning and adding new different kind of programs to innovate our curriculum to always be up to date in regard to what is the latest technology out there and be able to offer those training programs to our audience. Empire has been in business for over 22 years, and we have different kind of workshops. Our curriculum covers the aesthetics, the anti-aging regenerative, pain management, and surgical procedures. So besides that, we consider very important as well all about business and marketing, such as now especially digital marketing, all related to social media. So that's something else that we strongly focus on and include in our different programs. So yes,
That's
we've
great.
been, as you know, pretty busy
Yes.
all these years.
That's always, and this past year has made it interesting for all of us because we all had to shift and adapt and introduce new things. So let me start by asking you, who are the people that are seeking the type of programs that you guys are offering?
Well, the answer I will say is everybody, any healthcare practitioner, any physician or nurse out there looking to expand their business or improve their opportunities, like be able to, I would say, um, merge into a different opportunity in aesthetics or pain management or surgical or anti-aging regenerative arena. Is our best candidate.
Mm-hmm.
But not only physicians and mid-level physicians are the ones who seek for Empire continuing medical education programs. A lot of also practice owners, business people, that are either investors, eager to merge into the medical field, who partner maybe with physicians or nurses out there and open a medical spa, are also looking for opportunities at Empire Medical Training.
I'll tell you one thing I've noticed. As a matter of fact, we did the webinar yesterday together because I am one of your faculty members for business. And we did this great webinar yesterday about how concierge medicine can be implemented in combination with medical spa services or direct primary care. And what I noticed, the big shift that we're seeing is so many physicians are so over the insurance reimbursements and they're all seeking that cash business model. And one thing I noticed, because they were all your members that were on this webinar that I was giving, and most of them were some sort of a medical professional, whether they're physicians, nurse practitioners, you name it. And it's really refreshing to see how many people are really seeking this type of industry right now. And that's why our industry is booming, even though we're in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, it's amazing, Melissa. I have clients calling us up saying they're having record breaking months. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So it's nice to see. Yeah, it's nice to see that a wide range of people are actually doing this. Tell me how you actually shifted from like before COVID-19, how we used to travel all over the country, your team, my team, go to conferences everywhere. How did that shift your business model since the pandemic?
Well, I would say that we had to survive, right? And we have to continue supporting our physicians, nurses, members out there. So it brought us a new business opportunity to like incredibly. The pandemic brought definitely a lot of, I would say, stress in a good way. We had to all of us jump on board and start coming up with this new product to be able to support our physicians, nurses, as I said, and it is our virtual training programs. We came out with this virtual training membership. We came out with virtual training preceptorships. We came out with the programs not only in English, as I said before, I'm Peruvian, so we have it in Spanish, and now we are translating those programs as well in different other languages such as French and Portuguese,
Nice.
Italian. So it is our new baby. We keep improving it. We have the live virtual training programs. We have a new series of video on demand. We have a celebrity physician series where we talk about off-label type of treatments. Um, so yes, that's how everything I would say change for good in a way.
Yeah, it's amazing. The people that did pivot and adapted and made the changes are doing great. But the ones that did not change and put their head in the sand basically are left behind. So it's always nice to be associated with companies like yourself and like what we did too. We took everything online just like you did, and all of our educational programs are now virtually as well. But you know what? If you don't do that, that's when things don't continue to be a success. So it's so nice to hear that you guys did make all these changes. One
Yeah,
question.
and look at us, right? Like
Yes.
now, besides our standard kind of product, which we already resume, we have also available our in-person programs. But besides our in-person programs that you can find in our calendar that are available every weekend in different states, you also have an opportunity to continue your education from home if you don't feel like it to travel for now. So
Yes, it's nice to have options, that's for sure. So, what would you say are the most popular programs or menu items that people seek out? Like when they first reach out to you, what would you say are the most popular modules that people gravitate towards first?
it all depends. But if I have to pick maybe one or two, I will consider botulinum and derma filler that are listed in our aesthetic curriculum. There is a new, or well, it's not that new, but another one called platter rich plasma, PRP.
Yes.
Um, which is pretty popular as well as along with PDO threads.
Yeah.
So a lot of our physicians or mid-level physicians interested to merge into this cash basis type of procedure, looking into aesthetics, might go through those programs first. We also have, as I mentioned before, our anti-aging regenerative curriculum that it's extremely important, just because you get to know your patient inside out by treating your patient on hormone pellet replacement, weight loss, all these kind of anti-aging type of procedures that will help your patient not just to look better but to feel better as well. So all those anti-aging regenerative programs are also cash basis.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so a lot of other physicians, nurses interested into the anti-aging regenerative programs may go for hormone pellet replacement first. Um, and in regards the pain management, we have a very popular class, which is our pain show that lasts 3 days. Our joint extremity non-spinal injection and ultrasound, which are the top layers for the pain management curriculum,
Nice.
and very good revenue over there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I love about some of these new and innovative treatments, especially like you mentioned PDO threads. I have so many clients that are getting some amazing results from them, and they're generating a large sum of revenue doing PDO threads. And it's just, it's like having a facelift without going under the knife. It's crazy. I have as a matter of fact, I did an introduction for you with one of our clients, Jordan Jacobs, and I watched her actually do one. I'm actually doing another Meet the Experts with Dr. Vujic, and she's like so infamous for doing PDO threads. And these ladies are just knocking it out of the park. It's amazing.
We see a lot of successful testimonials from our members
Yeah.
that just started with injections such as botulinum, the neurotoxins, by learning how to treat the upper area of the face. Then they continue their education with us and start learning how to do other kind of advanced injections such as like lip flip or nose tip or gummy smile or you name it,
Mm-hmm.
and generate thousands of dollars
Yeah.
just in one person.
I'm
So with PDO threads, it is a great combination just because both of them are extremely successful, give you successful results.
I saw one before and after picture from one of my clients where she did the nose, and I mean it looked like she had a nose job. The difference was amazing.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, that's great. It's nice to see that everybody's gravitating towards some of these
Yeah,
new
PDO threads, PRP. Once again, it's an investment where you're gonna need to learn the didactic portion, all the different kind of protocols.
Mhm.
But when you get to the hands-on, it's just magic.
Yeah.
You know, it's you are you become an artist,
Yes.
and you start like making your patient look just fabulous,
Yeah.
and it lasts. Video thread lasts longer,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
and it's have extremely great results.
Tell me, if I'm a medical professional, Melissa, and I'm trying to find a clinical company that will train me on all these specialties. Now, I know you work with Empire Medical Training, but what are some of the things that one of your clients should be looking for in a clinical company to make a decision on which company is the most ideal for them? What are some of these things?
Great question. So, as any other business, you have options out there in the market, right? But what we always, I would say, highlight and stress out there is the kind of physician advisory board of our faculty. Our faculty are physicians that are practice owners. So they are not just very well familiar with the topic, but they also understand the business and marketing aspect of it. Our physicians are fully hands on, treating thousands of patients on that kind of a specific workshop that you will be attending. Um, A lot of companies out there also offer CME credits, category one. We do too. But besides our CME credits, we also pair you with all these different companies that are out there. So we love the mission of Empire is to grab your hand, offer you the different options in our curriculums of aesthetics, anti-aging, pain management, surgical procedures, walk you through all those programs, connect you with all these other companies in the market that will give you special discounts only because you are an Empire member, give you access to a members portal where you can download all the different consent forms and treatment forms, etc. We also have our Empire Match for those that are either looking to recruit a physician or mid level or to look for a job opportunity out there. So we have this Empire Match option as well. And another important thing is the account manager that will be assigned to you. We have a person that is dedicated to manage your membership period that normally is for a year, but we come up with a special such as now that is for 2 years. In a very convenient fee, you will have all that I mentioned before, plus 25 programs depending on the membership you jump into. But if you're a platinum, for instance, will be 25 plus. If you're a diamond, will be 35 plus. And you have 2 years to complete your education, to learn the market, to connect with your faculty, to connect with the vendor partners that we have out there, and just be successful. As you could see in our website, we have so many good testimonials. A lot of our faculty even are Empire graduates that now dominate, the market, that are very successful physicians out there, practice owners
Yes.
that do not only own one practice, but sometimes more than one. So that's our mission, and that's what we love to do.
That's nice. Well, how long you've been in business says it all, actually. And the one thing I'm noticing is there's all kinds of different little ma and pa companies popping up, calling themselves a clinical educational companies, and have like one class here and one class there. And one thing to answer kind of my own question that I asked you, if you're seeking an educational company such as clinical studies, it's definitely very important to know about the flexibility you have, the terms that you're walking into, the ability and the benefits that you would gain from a program like that. And like Melissa said, reputation really speaks for itself. And I would recommend that you go and truly, if you want to know which one is the most ideal for you, I would go and look at all the testimonials, look at the curriculum, see the flexibility. Where are they located? Are they online? Do they travel? How can it really accommodate what you're looking for? And the reason really I wanted to have Melissa come on this interview today, because my hat is off to them. They have done such a great job building. They were the only ones for a long time. They have built the foundation and the standards for really the industry to provide great educational programs. So congratulations really to you, Melissa, and the entire team at Empire. You guys do a great job.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is. It's a group effort,
Yes.
and definitely, well, Dr. Cosentino, who is the president of
Yes.
Empire Medical Training and founder, he understands better. I mean, he's a physician. I'm the business person, but he was one of many physician practice owners seeing hundreds of patients a day, and generating, maybe good revenue, but working crazy hours. So he put in place this idea 22 plus years ago,
Yes, it's amazing.
and now here we are, not just offering one or two or three or four type of workshops, but over 35 of them, and traveling all over the US, and now with our virtual training, and definitely finger crossed for 2021, to allow us continue expanding the business and take Empire to other countries, which
Yes.
is
Take it
another great
globally.
thing.
That's what we're doing right now. Actually, we just signed an agreement with a few European countries to start offering inspiration management tools to companies overseas. And that is the next really natural progression for your company and mine, because I've been doing this for 20 years as well. And that's a nice natural progression, is to go global. So go global.
We talk about it. We are happy to partner with companies like yours, Dori, as well.
Yes,
Our
thank you.
physicians, our practice owners need this kind of support where it is not just the educational aspect, the technical aspect, but also the guidance on the business, the practice management overall. So
Yes.
I honestly want to thank you from my heart
Thank
for all
you.
the support you give to our members.
It's my pleasure. You know, nothing makes me happier actually than to see people being armed with the clinical knowledge that they need and then the business knowledge that they need to set themselves up for success. And that's what it really takes. It takes both. And which leads me to my next question. Are you seeing more and more people that are joining like their entire facility for the entire team training? Because we're seeing some of that ourselves. So
Yeah.
What do you?
So that's actually that kind of opportunity we implemented years ago
Mhm.
because we saw that demand, and we started educating also our practice owners, our physicians or nurses, practice owners, uh, to understand the importance to train their staff.
Mhm.
So we do see that demand, we do see that need, we encourage that, and we came up with an office membership for members of Empire that own a practice.
Mhm.
We it is an extremely convenient option for them to enroll a nurse or any staff member and allow them to learn as well,
Mhm.
because when we look at expansion, it's not just a solo person. You know how it is. You
Yes.
need a good team in place.
Yes.
So we have that option available. We always strongly recommend that so our practice owners can continue learning, having some support in house that will accommodate the volume, because they they will learn the technical, they will learn where to get all the different kind of products, the logistic aspect about it, the social media, the marketing, that will bring more volume to their practice. So they need to have a good personnel in place, and that's what we have now available, which is the office membership.
Mhm.
that's nice. It definitely is a great thing for really everybody, especially if you're thinking about expanding your menu as a whole. You have different departments, different skills for each team member. They all have different specialties. So that's what makes having a membership, whether it's the clinical or a business membership, it's so nice to be able to arm your team with everything that they need to set them up for success. Because to me, Melissa, one thing I've noticed over the years is one of the most important things any entrepreneur or person just going into business is the investment in themselves and in education. Because a lot of people sometimes wing it, and winging it ends up costing them a lot more money, and it takes them forever to reach success. And what I admire about companies like ours, educational companies, is that you should never stop learning. You have to keep learning and keep expanding and keep inventing yourself and reinventing yourself over and over. So to have that access, like we do the same thing with the private member page, you have to be able to provide the entire team the ability to study and learn and expand their knowledge. And one other thing I'm noticing, Melissa, is that, you know, sometimes we have the people that are just going in on their own, they're solopreneurs, what we call them. And one message I have for people like that today is that if you are a solopreneur, and that's fine and dandy, but if you really want to grow, you have got to have a team behind you. And the bigger the team, the more opportunities you have. But as long as you do it properly and you train them all, then you're on your way to very elevated success.
Yeah, it's as we always say, it's a step by step, right?
Mhm.
But these solopreneur, as you said, should be very well capable to understand what kind of pathway that individual want to go through. And there is companies like us that will guide them, will be able to grab that hand and tell them, okay, this is what you should start first. This is the ROI that you will see when you invest in this kind of, I would say, procedure or workshop. Then step number two is this X workshop and this kind of like steps to follow, because we don't ever want to have any solopreneur or entrepreneur or practice successful practice owner to see a patient just leaving their practice because they are not offering all what they need. So they need to consider that if they are looking to expand, if they are looking to grow and become a successful business owner, step by step, and considering to add a good team in place.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
So we talked a little bit about different companies, different programs that are maybe out there. Can we give our audience one last advice if they're looking for this type of education? Why should they choose Empire? I know you gave us some information, but what's like the last thing that they should definitely realize that you are the only choice out there?
I would say, as I mentioned before, we can have choices out there, but what they should be looking for is, I would say, three main things. Who will be your instructor? Is your instructor very well? Is your instructor like doing that kind of procedure that you are about to learn? And if so, if their instructor practice owner has well credentials, etc. Um, Another topic could be what kind of opportunities they will have by attending to that workshop, because everyone who attend to any kind of training, like I go to trainings many times
Yeah.
a year.
So do
So
I.
what I look for is what I'm getting from that training. I'm definitely interested on the topic, but I need to like have something else, right? So here we are, and not just training you on the specific topic, but also giving you the medication at no cost comparing to other places that charge for medication. Besides that, connecting you to companies that will be the providers and offer you those medications in a very discounted fee. The accreditation, of course, that is important. And on top of that, all the different documentation that you will need in order to see your patients. Our kind of events are well known, such a the best network place. You know, every attendee have the opportunity to connect with other fellows at our programs that many times we get to see ended in either partnerships or just like very good friendships. So they need to understand where they are going in a way of like what they are getting from that event. And number three, what is the support afterwards? Are they done with that event? I mean, this is it. I pay my money and that's it. Or I have opportunities with the same company for more options. And here we are Empire with a membership program that allow you to just become an expert, and complete not just one program but many of them.
Several.
To continue being more successful.
Yeah.
And that's why I named this session about how to expand your menu, because I'm aware of all the different modules and clinical training that you guys offer. And really, the possibilities are endless. It's a matter of them deciding, okay, what do I want to offer my consumers? What are the demands? What are the needs that are out there? And then what can I learn clinically? And then how can I take that information and truly put it to best use in my business so I can generate that revenue. And frankly, Melissa, you're talking about the networking opportunities at the events. Like my team and myself, we loved going to the Empire events because we also met a lot of people that we were able to make a big difference and continue to make a big difference in their lives. And I absolutely love teaching your business class to really arm them with all these tools that they need to ensure their success. So frankly, I don't think people could live without either one of us, Melissa.
Yes.
They need us.
Yeah, I mean, it is what we do, and this is something we also discuss with our faculty. We touch people's life. You know, we want to make sure that whoever come to us can learn as much as possible. I mean, look at us right now. We definitely love what we do. We work a lot to be where we are.
Yes.
But and a lot of our members, I mean, they work crazy hours, and our main mission is to guide them on how to maybe be able to generate more revenue and release a little bit of that pressure,
Yeah.
you know, and have this kind of extra time for them in a way and help other people.
Absolutely.
Because imagine you as a patient, you want to make sure you go to a practice that the doctor is certified. The doctor knows what is doing, right? So
For sure.
that's important, and we are very happy about it. And
Yeah.
definitely we love to see those physicians, those members that become practice owners. That's a dream come true. Every of them.
Yes, it's definitely a very rewarding profession, and it's very exciting to be part of an industry that is growing like crazy, and to be that support and that helping hand for professionals all over the country and all over the world is truly a blessing, for me, and I know it is for you as well. It's nice to make a positive impact.
Yes. I mean, I'm Peruvian, as I mentioned, and in Latin America, you know how it is. You start getting this kind of like treatment since you are a teenager.
Yeah.
Like 14, 13, 15 years old, you started. So you need to make sure that you go to the right place. And we love what we do. So we need to make sure that we do it right.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being with us. I know you have a special offer for the Meet the Experts audience. So if you'd like to share that with them, we would love for them to be Empire Medical Training members. So if you want to tell them what that is, that would be great.
Perfect. So yes, I invite everyone to visit our website, www.empiremedicaltraining.com. Check our calendar tab, and they will see all the different virtual training dates or in-person training dates available every weekend in different places, the in-person ones.
Yes.
And I would love them to use the code InSPAration 2021 for them to claim a $200 discount towards any of the products that we offer.
It's very nice.
And I'm going to do the same thing for all the Empire folks who are watching this. If you'd like to come to our website, and I'll be more than happy to offer you definitely my free book. You can have the book totally free, and then your choice of one product that you could put to good use in your business to help you become more successful. So this was great, Melissa. It was a pleasure having you with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dori.
Keep doing the great work that all of you are doing. You have a great team. We love being with all of them, working with all of them, and we will see you around the country and around the world, I guess, here soon.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much. And until next time, you guys, stay inspired. Thank you for watching Meet the Experts.